welcome to SETZER'S World of Camping. My name is Dakota. Today we're going to be reviewing the Forest River 22 ERAS. Starting in the front of the unit here, we're going to start with your automatic tongue jack. So on this you get your light for in case you're working outside at night, setting up, as well as the automatic up and down. Now right behind that we're going to have two 4.5 gallon propane tanks. Inside of here is going to be your automatic pressure regulator. What that's going to do, if you have both tanks open, it's going to pull from both tanks. Now we recommend you only have one tank open at a time. In case one tank is low and you're camping, you have your furnace on, you're worried it might shut off overnight, you can go ahead and crack the other tank and it'll pull from both tanks. Now behind that, we're going to have your 12 volt deep cycle marine battery. Now this is going to power the unit. Everything from your AC and everything, or not your AC, apologies. Everything in the unit. Then right behind that, you're going to have your battery disconnect switch. Now this battery disconnect switch, what it's going to do is it's going to shut off power from the battery to the unit. We recommend whenever you pull into a campground, you do hook up to the shore power and leave your battery disconnect on, as what that's going to do is shore power is going to trickle charge your battery while you're at the campground. Usually you only turn that off in case you're winterizing your camper or you're not going to be using it for a while, just to save your battery. Now coming up behind that, you're going to have your first side compartment here. Inside this side compartment is going to be an RV starter kit, and then over there as well are going to be the two manual jacks. On that manual jack up front, you can, in case your power goes out, you can use the top part and manually raise and lower it that way, as well as the stabilizer jacks, which are going to be in the front and rear. So the front one's going to be right here. Now you'll just attach that jack right here and raise and lower it manually. They're just for stabilizing. So in case whenever you pull into the campground and you sit there, there's not going to be a wobble side to side. Now in your RV starter kit as well, there's going to be a couple of things in there. There's going to be an automatic pressure regulator, which you're always going to use anytime you put any kind of water into the unit, as what that's going to do is it's going to regulate the pressure from the water hose from the city. As well, there's going to be in there a stinky slinky. What that's going to be used for is to attach to your waste disposal right here when you go to a campground. Now along with the waste disposal, there's going to be a 2-ply toilet paper in there, as well as a bio pouch. So what that bio pouch is for your black water tank. Whenever you first start to use the unit, you're going to put a couple ounces of that powder in there with 3 gallons of water, and what that's going to do is going to break down all the waste material as well as the toilet paper. Now for your toilet paper, we usually recommend, just for the health of your black water tank, to just throw away the tissues, as what they can happen is they can stick to the sensors and cause a misreading, which is also why we recommend whenever you go to flush your black water tank or empty it, make sure you fill it completely full, even if it's not full, with water, as what that's going to do is it's going to make sure that your tank is completely flushed. We also recommend you do your black water flush first and then your gray water from those sides there. And what that's going to do is it's going to help clean up the tube from any debris that's left over. Coming along the side here, we're going to have your slide out. And right here is going to be the sticker for the torque for your lug nuts as well. It's going to be 100 foot-pound per tire in the lug nuts. This here is going to be the rear stabilizing jack I was talking about. These end caps also pop off. I won't pop it off now, but you can put the stinky slinky in there just for travel and keep it out of the way. Now on the rear of this unit, this is going to be a couple things. It's where most of everything is at. This right here is going to be your furnace exhaust. Whenever it's kicked on, you'll feel heat coming out of that. It's going to be really hot. Now coming along here as well, is going to be your 50 amp power supply, shore power I should say. This here is going to be your cable satellite connections, and then also these two right here, you just simply pull those off like so to show. This is going to be your city water connection. Now city water connection is going to bypass your fresh water tanks and just fill your lines. So if you're at a campground, you can hook up to this and not use the water that's in the fresh tank. This is a black tank flush. This does not actually flush your black tank. All this is going to do is going to hit those sensors that are inside, like I was talking about with the toilet paper, and try to clean those off in case it's showing a misreading. So it doesn't actually flush your black tank. Underneath that, it's going to be your outdoor shower. This here is going to be your tankless hot water heater. Now inside your tankless hot water heater, here's going to be the power switch, as well as a fuse in case the fuse blows. This here is going to be your pressure relief valve, and it's just going to drain. You'll hear that hiss. So whenever you go to drain it or winterize it, you can just get any pressure or any of the water out from right there. Now again, whenever this is kicked on, you'll feel the heat coming out from right here. Come along to the side of the unit, it's going to be your low point drains. So whenever you go to winterize, it's going to be your low point drains for hot and cold water respectively. That's just going to get any of the hot water or cold water under your lines. Now coming alongside the unit, you're going to have outdoor speakers on this unit as well. You can be controlled to be a zone 1 and 2 for inside and outside. Up above, you're going to have an awning as well. So for your tires, anytime you take a trip, you're going to want to make sure that your tires are up to pressure. You always want to make sure you check the pressure on the tire. This one's going to be 65 psi and then 100 foot-pounds per torque for the lug nuts. I always make sure that I recommend that you do it every trip, at least once or twice a year as well. This here is going to be your freshwater fill. You'll just open this like so. And as I was saying, don't leave it unattended, and also make sure you always have that water pressure regulator for this one and the city water connection so you don't blow out your pipes. Here's going to be an additional satellite connection. You can back a TV here. There's going to be a GFCI outlet, and the reset's going to be in your bathroom. I'll show you inside. Another front compartment here as well. And now that we're finished on the exterior, I'm going to show you the roof, and then we'll take you inside and do the interior. Now that we've made it up to the roof, at least twice a year we recommend you come up, check all your seals, run all your skylights, check for any bubbling, anything like that, cracks. Check along the back of the seals as well, all along the back as well as around any of the caps or seals. You want to check your slide out seals as well. Just make sure everything's sealed up and along the line. So what you'll use on the roof is the white. You're going to use a ProFlex or a self-leveling lap sealant. And then on the sides, if you have to do anything like this, it's going to be like a ProFlex, because what it'll do is make sure it won't run down the sides. You just want to check around like any of the antennas, the solar panels, check around all the connections on there, and then check along the front here as well. Check these screw covers, make sure everything's good here as well, and all along. Don't forget that there's ones here as well. And now that we're done on the roof, we're going to take you down into the interior. Now that we're finished on the roof, I'm going to show you the interior here. So coming up here on the interior, as soon as you walk in, you're going to see your control panel here on the right hand side. You'll have your light switches for the interior here, and a dimmer switch in case they're on, you just want to turn them off, just like so with the touch. This here's going to be your water pump. You'll hear that water pump kick on forward up there, and what that's going to do is it's going to draw from, it's going to use the water pump for the city water connection or to pump from your freshwater tank. This here is going to be your slide out control. Your slide out is currently out. Now you hear that kind of clicking. That's normal. That just shows that it's out all the way. Right beside that's going to be your awning controls. So on your awning, you'll see it extend all the way out. As you extend, you'll see that flap drop down like so. Just stop right there. Now as you retract your awning, you want to make sure that your awning arms fully extend in all the way. You just want to keep an eye on those brackets, make sure everything's good. Now as those brackets start to come in, you just want to make sure that they seat properly. Now coming into the rest of the unit here, one of my favorite little features right here is going to have two locks. You just open these all the way, and then another one up top, and this will open up to a secret little compartment for storage. If you have any valuables or anything like that, you want to make sure they're extra locked up, you can put it in here, as well as satellite auxiliary controls and a light switch or a electrical outlet. Pass through for a TV mount as well. So in case you mount the TV here, you can run your pass-throughs through here. Keep everything, all your cords and video players and such behind there as well. Now right here is going to be, like I was saying, your zone control for inside and outside, as well as an HDMI in case you want to hook up via ARC to your TV. Underneath that's going to be your furnace or little space heater. So what you'll do is you'll turn that on with the controls, or you also have controls right here. Now coming into the bathroom, nice and spacious right here. You're gonna have your toilet. Works like any other toilet. You just press down on this, that'll open up and water will come through and flush. Right here you're gonna have your sink and outlet. So this is gonna be that GFCI outlet I was telling you about. Simply reset there. A light switch. This here is gonna be the controls for your hot water tank. You can see it in Celsius or Fahrenheit, and you can control the temperature via this way. This here is going to be for your furnace and your AC controls. You just simply turn the dial if you want heat, or if you want cool, or just cool and heat. And you use the controls via that way. Now right here to the side, we also have a shower. Nice and spacious with the sunlight. And up above that, in the middle here, in case things get a little steamy in here, you have a vent. A fan, and whenever you're done, make sure that you close this vent all the way so when the water gets in, just kind of give her a pull and you'll feel her firm up. Now coming into the master bedroom here, gonna have a versatile king size bed. Your controls are gonna be over there on the left hand side, along with the light switch. And you can adjust the angle of the recline to whatever you like. You're gonna have additional storage on the sides. Now whenever these are down, you're gonna have a pass through that you can reach through in here. In case your bed's all the way down, get anything out of your compartments. And as well, you're gonna have an additional vent right here, no fan, just for a little extra air in case things get hot at night. And underneath the bed, it's gonna have additional storage as well. There's a pass through to that front compartment. And one of my favorite features is right here. It's gonna be a laundry hamper in case you pull in. You can access the compartment from the outside and go do your laundry. Now we'll finish up the bathroom, show you the little interior here. So right here, you're gonna have a nice seating area. Reclining seats as well. Simply pull that lever like so. As well as lighting, you can turn off right here. You're gonna have a nice little pantry area. Nice and deep, with automatic sensor lighting. This here is gonna be your Furion. It's your full-size fridge almost, and freezer section as well. Now whenever you're under the way, make sure you keep your battery on, because this will power your fridge, keep everything nice and cold as you're underway. Right here you're going to have a LP furnace, or gas powered stove. Going to actuate it just like any other propane stove. Now if you don't have any power to it, or if it's not turning on, make sure your gas is on. Above that you're going to have your vent fan, vent hood, regular full-size microwave, additional storage. Gonna have a two-sided sink. Now up underneath, gonna be a little additional storage. Coming over to the side, have storage around the top as well. There's bay windows. Just open like so, and you got full panoramic side as you eat and have an island. You have additional stools here as well. And up underneath, it's going to be where your control panel is for your fuses and your panel, or your breaker box. And just to the left of that, on the ground, it's going to be your LP detector. The reason it's down low, gas sinks to the floor. We'll make sure you check that at least once a year, every trip. And up top here as well, going to have your fire detector. Make sure you check that every trip. Check the batteries. This here is going to be the controls for the AC. So whenever your AC is on, you'll feel it blasting out. But if you close these vents right here, what that's going to do is it's going to force the AC through these vents throughout the unit, in case you just don't want the main big one there. Pass through as well. Additional lighting up top for the bar. And then right down here, it's going to be your fire extinguisher. And just check that gauge to make sure everything's good on that. And it also locks for the stools when you're underway. And that's going to be the 22 ERAS. Thank you for shopping here at SETZER'S.